Hello, my dear followers, friends, and acquaintances. Welcome to join my new channel, which is called Deep Psychology. My name is Iuliia, I'm a psychologist. Today, we're talking about addicted relationship. What is an addicted relationship? Counterdependent relationship is when people have a fear to lose freedom, and codependent relationship. It's like sometimes people call it toxic relationship. Is when it's like when the victim and the rapist. The first one is like counter-dependent relationship is more likely tyrant and the victim. It's like the people who like a very short-term sexual relationship. They don't want to go in very real long relationship. And how is addiction formed? Uh, when first of all the child is born, he connected to his mother. That's why it is important, first of all, for the woman to be ready to have kids. It's not that important for a man, but it's very important. The physical presence and the psychological state of a mother. She has to take care of her child, and everything depends on it coming from there. That's why sometimes very hard to have a relationship with someone, and it's very easy with others. Girls sometimes do not ask questions about the mother and father, the childhood, but this is what actually you should ask if you want to know with whom you're dealing with, because it will help you to save time and to understand how hard is the situation and what to do in this situation. If the mother has is emotional and balanced, it's very hard will be for the child to satisfy the child needs. It is important to satisfy a child needs in the past, because if the parents there has to be a difference because the child's needs and the child's wants, or not necessarily to satisfy all child wants, but you have to satisfy the child needs, because otherwise the child will be very frustrated. And the child, because at the beginning child learns how to take care of himself, and through this way, like his mother, how that depend his mother takes care of him. So if she takes care of him well, he would like to have a relationship as soon as possible with someone else, because he has a good example. If he has a bad example in the family, like a lot of scandals, a lot of accidents, endless fights, someone's dad, relatives who can be very close, like a lot of different situation, it can be the child can be very frustrated and go deep into himself, and sometimes the connection with the parents can be totally lost. That's because the protective mechanism is formed. The child doesn't want, because sometimes when the child starts to talk with the mother starts yelling instantly, and the child after that needs to protect the boundaries. Everyone needs to protect the boundaries, but the child see that the mother is yelling, and that's why he goes deeper. That's why sometimes mother tell me, I don't know what's going on with my kids, because the kids just don't want to share. Sometimes it happens because mentality can be traumatized because of a lot of different events in the past. So this also can lead problems with the self-esteem. Most likely these types of people can go to the codependent relationship. It's like a victim and the rapist, and the person will be in the victim's role, because in the past sometimes the child see that the mother is in a good mood, and he has to satisfy the mother, and when the mother in a good mood, the child feels good. That's why in the future, when he has a relationship, he always will stuck in a codependent relationship, because he or she will want to satisfy the other person, neglecting his or her own desires, because he will think, if the person feels good, then I will feel good. So this is actually can be very dangerous. Also, another problem can be with a counter-dependent relationship. This types of people who really afraid, has a crazy fear to lose freedom. They don't like a relationship. They're afraid of any emotional connection, then run away from any types of relationship because they didn't experience this feeling in the past. They feel, if they love someone and they feel that this emotions like totally and all the time he feels like he's in love, he will be run away because he will feel powerless. The person doesn't want to feel powerless in this situation, because in the past also was a lot of issues like violation of the child's boundaries. Probably sometimes it's happen often when only one parent raise a child, like one mother, one father, most likely mother or grandmother. These types of people can be very traumatized in the past because as usual, the better of course than this is a full set of family, like a mother and the father, because sometimes then the grandmother or mother can neglect the child's desires or extra care also. And there's all like there was probably some physical punishment and deviation of his or her opinion also, that's why they those types of people, they try to fill up the emptiness in their life and just stuck in plunge into different types of events, people, short-term sex relationships. You just run away from this feeling. They run away from very strong feeling they're afraid of them, and this is like a tyrant and the victim relationship. They want sometimes to physically abuse someone else and just put bruises and etc. So these types of people they call dependent. They have an addictions as usual, and they cannot recognize the differences between love and the freedom. They think that exists only freedom, or they love. They cannot see the golden man. They just all the time will think that relationship is bad. What if the other person will hurt? So do not forget just to ask questions about the childhood with your um, partner, just to know with whom you're dealing with. That's pretty much it for today. Just to pay attention to details. Thanks everybody for watching. Do not forget to subscribe on my channel. There are a lot of interesting topics coming in.